Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on the channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, guys, if you want to take part in any kind of Bitcoin or Ethereum trading on Bybit, you can do that by visiting bitboycrypto.com/deals. Scroll down to the Bybit section because we've got a very interesting opportunity starting to rise in not only Bitcoin, but also Ethereum and altcoins. And so we're going to be talking to you about why that is and what I'm looking for today to make a trade. So yesterday, I made my first trade in a week. Had kind of a bad run there. And I had my first trade I put in a couple nights ago, maybe night before last. And yesterday, it turned out to do very well. It was my best trade I've made in a while. I think I made about $15,000 on the trade. It was pretty good. I had long Bitcoin. I used 20x leverage because I'm a degenerate. Don't do that. But anyway, so last night, the price of Bitcoin went up to about $62,300. So I went ahead and took some profits and I closed the trade. Well, good thing I did because this morning, Bitcoin dropped all the way down to $60,400. And you may be saying to yourself, wow, what a great opportunity to get back into Bitcoin and to take a long position. Well, here's the thing about that. On Market Cipher, looking at the charts right now, we're not really seeing anything to indicate that the bottom is in. Could we see a large dump this weekend to kind of reverse the whole Coinbase run-up last week? Well, certainly it's possible. But, another thing is, when it comes to the price of Coinbase as a stock, if there's weekend action, it may not affect the price of the stock. Whereas we know, why would that be? Because even though Coinbase is a futuristic technology cryptocurrency company, it's still on the traditional stock market, which means on the weekend, the trading is closed. Could this lead to more explosive volatility on the weekends for Bitcoin? Because if you didn't know, we discussed this a lot. Bitcoin and Ethereum's prices have a direct impact on the volume on Coinbase, which has a direct impact on the profit that Coinbase is making, which should theoretically have a direct impact on the price of the stock. Now, of course, we don't see their quarterly earnings except once every month, but once every quarter, whatever the case may be. But since we all know that this is happening, since we all know the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum affects the price of the Coinbase stock, then potentially doesn't matter if we see the earnings or not. Like we know the trading volume equals money for Coinbase. So we've had explosive volatility on the weekends for a while now. It seems like all the last year. Are we about to see it get worse? Well, I think today may tell the tape. So I've been looking over here So it's a little dark over here. Let me see if I can open my blinds. I cannot open my blinds. But the thing is I'm over here looking at Market Cipher. Right now, the price of Market Cipher is coming in at $61,100. I'll turn around so you guys can see where the price is coming in at. You guys see the charts. And the thing is, we're not showing anything on the hourly chart that indicates that a bottom is in. We're not seeing anything on the 45-minute chart, the 2-hour chart, 3-hour chart, 4-hour chart. What I'm looking for is a green dot on a momentum wave on the 4-hour chart. That's going to be my indication to go in because you don't want to do what we call catching a falling knife. We talked about this last week where you get in because the price is dropping because it looks like a good opportunity, but in reality, the charts aren't really showing that. So as you guys can see here on the 4-hour chart, so you guys can see that. You guys can see there's nothing to indicate that the bottom is in there. Nothing to indicate that the bottom is in. So here's what we could potentially be looking at. We could be looking at some sideways action between $60,000 and $63,000 for, I don't know, the weekend. We could see explosive volatility. We could see the opposite happen. But the reality of the situation is this. I'm looking for a long position right now. I'm hunting one. I'm waiting to get back in. I took some profits. I'm feeling good. So I'm looking for a good long position. If you want to do that, you can visit bitboycrypto.com/deals. Go to the Bybit section. But let's talk about altcoins because, guys, the altcoin market is going crazy right now. We've got Nano up 100% in the last 24 hours. Siacoin up 48%. Digibyte making a return. to the top 70, up 46%. Ethereum Classic, up 112% this week. Vechain, 22 cents. Let's see what that thing peaked out at. Let's see here. Where did that peak? Peaked out at, about 22 cents is the new all-time high for Vechain. So what we're seeing is we're seeing a lot of great opportunities in altcoins. People are getting excited about altcoins. And this today is one of these days you look and you say, man, this is so similar to what was happening in 2017. You wake up, you go check the charts, Bitcoin moves a little bit, but then you've got these altcoins that are up 30, 40, 50%, and it's just so many of them down the list. And let's check out what the Bitcoin dominance is doing, by the way. Let me check that out. Bitcoin dominance coming in at 51.5%. This is the lowest it's been in years, guys. Why is that important? Well, it shows that almost half the people invested in cryptocurrency right now are invested in other coins than Bitcoin. This was up to about 70% recently, which is absolutely insane. So we're looking at altcoins. We're looking at Bitcoin. Ethereum also holding very tough today. Despite the fact that Bitcoin has dropped, we have Ethereum holding tough at $2,400. Let's see, last night it got back up to $2,500. So it is looking like, while a lot of people are telling you 3,000 is imminent, 2,500 is shaping up to be another pretty good resistance line. And I'm looking right here at the chart, looking at what we could potentially be seeing here for Ethereum. It looks like, let's see where some good support is. We have good support about $2,330. So that could be a number. If it goes below 2,400, kind of look for that maybe for an entry point. But guys, that's all I got for today. I just want to jump in here, jump into the office. I was heading by the office. I said, you know what? Let me jump in, give these guys a market update, let you guys know what's going on. Dogecoin, a lot of people were attacking me yesterday after my Dogecoin video because they said, wait a second. You said it could drop back down to 20 cents. That'll never happen. Well, it's dropped back down to 27 cents. It could consolidate around 25 or 20. We got something also very interesting about Dogecoin I did want to share with you guys before I go, which is one of my favorite companies. Slim Jim. I love Slim Jims. You guys tried those pickle Slim Jims? I love those. I like the nacho ones too, but I'm a big Slim Jim guy. I always eat Slim Jims, okay? Snap into a Slim Jim. You guys know Macho Man, right? Well, check this out. Slim Jim has recently been tweeting about Dogecoin nonstop. This is how popular Dogecoin is. Slim Jim, a company we all know, a big company. This month, they've increased their Twitter followers 160%. Strictly due to tweeting about Dogecoin, guys. Crypto is hot. Let's keep it that way. All right, guys. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. That's all I got. Be blessed. Looking for a long BitBoy out.